Hey you guys, it's me again, ER, and right now I'm going to show you another flower. Here's the flower that I'm going to be creating today for you guys for a series of flower tutorials. And again, I used handmade paper for this one. This is the inspiration of that. It's a Prima flower. Okay, so let's get started. I used template for this flower. I created my own template because I don't have a die cutting machine or die cut to do that. I just drew it on a piece of cardstock and just cut it out and use it as a template. I used two sizes, one is bigger and one is smaller, so the petals are of different sizes and forms, similar shapes, because that's usually what flowers are. You don't see like flowers with really the same petals, to make it look more realistic. Okay, so right now all you need to do is just cut your petals out of this, or the layer flowers out of that handmade paper. In which case right now I ran out of white paper. Right now I'm just going to be using the blue one. Okay, so you got two larger pieces and then one smaller one. And right now you're just going to color them. I'm going to be using darker colors because I have a darker paper. Usually when I suggest you to use white handmade paper or cream handmade paper if you want to color your flowers. I should have just I could have just left it plain like blue, but I really don't want to. I just misted the paper because it's a little bit thicker than the other paper that I used in my recent video, to make it soak the paint really well. So I'm just using that dark shade of red for the edges. Right now I'm just going to be mixing different colors to create a more realistic look on the flower, I think. But really, it's really simple, you guys. You could do whatever you want with the flower, whatever color you want it to, the flower to be, to match your project. I'm just adding green at the center, just mixing the colors together. This is the time when you play around with your watercolor. Right now I'm just going to add a little bit of white just to even out the colors. As you can see, the colors are darker than what I would want it to be, but however, it's going to dry later and it's going to dry a little bit lighter. I'm just going to do that to all of the petals. And right now I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow. This flower reminds me of the orchids that my mom has in her garden. So that's really kind of cool. Okay, so that's how it looks when you let it dry, guys. And then that's after you have twisted the petals using your paper clip. I've shown that on my other video where you just put your paper clip and twist it either clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever works for you, just like that. You just do that to all the petals, and it's very simple, very easy, and just play around with the petals. And the next step would be layering them together. So two larger one at the bottom and the smaller one should be on top. You should use actually your hot glue gun for this, but however I wasn't able to plug my glue gun that time, so I'm just using this glue, which is fine, you could do that. However, if you wanted to glimmer mist your flowers further, I suggest that you use the glue gun. You could add like the center flowers if you want, or sprays if you want. In this case, I'm just gonna use this baby flower, baby rose. It's not Prima, you guys. It's just a paper flower that I got from a local fabric store at my place. So by placing that at the center, that's the flower. You got your flower already, you guys. It's very, very simple. You could play with the petals. You could play with it. This is the one when I used my white handmade paper, which is a little bit thinner than the blue paper that I used. Next time I will be using pink paper for this one, a much lighter color. So anyway guys, that's the inspiration for the flower. Thank you for watching!